Nice way of is any worth pinching? Really round it, especially. You better put it on silence.
Right, good morning everybody. For the introductions, I think most of us have met before, but I'm one of the joint administrators, Bob Young from Begbies Traynor.
And I'm the other one, Gerald Krasner.
Gerald Krasner from Begbies Traynor. We're here this morning because I'm pleased that we're in a position now to announce our preferred bidder for the club. We've had 5 firm offers for Port Vale. We're not going to talk about the 4 offers that we're not taking forward as preferred bidder, but I'm delighted to announce this morning that the preferred bidder is Keith Ryder. Keith has previously tried to get an involvement in the club. He's clearly keen to become part of Port Vale. He's made a bid which we've put together with all the other bids to the debenture holder, Stoke City Council, and Stoke City Council have agreed that I can accept this bid on behalf of the administrators. Keith can't be with us this morning because he's on business in the south of England, but he has agreed that he will attend a conference with the fans, a fans forum, a fortnight today. He's incorporated a new company, Vale FC Limited. He's demonstrated how serious he is by lodging a deposit with his solicitors, and once we've agreed, finalised the heads of terms, which our solicitors, Grindys, are negotiating today with his solicitors, that deposit will be transferred to their client account as a non-refundable deposit to demonstrate seriousness of intent, and we're delighted to be able to do this with Keith because he seems to be coming not only with a price that is acceptable, but also has plans to invest in the club going forward. Keith has sent his apologies today. Simply he had prior arrangements on business, but he has asked me to read this to the conference this morning. We at Port Vale FC are very happy to be named the preferred bidder for Port Vale Football Club. We're excited about the future of the football club and believe that the club currently has the basic infrastructure to become a Championship League club. There are many things that need to be done at the club after what has been a difficult time on and off the pitch. We want to get things right, and that will take time. We need to ensure that the club has a sound base for future growth and development. We will invest in the club on the playing and non-playing side to ensure the club has the right ingredients to achieve what it is capable of. We look forward to working with the manager and staff of Port Vale, together with the supporters, all of whom have been through a torrid time of late, but continue to support the Vale. We will look to meet with supporters and other stakeholders in the coming weeks. We hope that fans will continue to support the Vale, and together we can bring back the glory days to Bursley. As I say, there will be a fans forum. Fans will have the opportunity to talk to Keith and question him on the 18th of April. The unsuccessful bidders have been notified by email this morning, and I will be talking to their representatives individually later on today. Mr. Ryder will now have a period of exclusivity until the CVA meeting has been held, and to talk you through the process of how the next steps go, I'll hand over to Gerald.
Thank you, Bob. Well, now that we know who the preferred bidder is, our team will be working and have already started putting together the proposals, and we'll be spending the Easter weekend putting together the CVA, so that next Tuesday it can go out to creditors There'll be a letter sent to every single creditor and shareholder telling them that there's a meeting to consider these proposals on Thursday the 26th of April 2012, that is, at Port Vale, at which there will be two meetings. There'll be the administrators meeting and then there will be the CVA meeting. We have both been hopeful from the beginning that, unlike other football clubs, the Port Vale CVA will be approved by the requisite majority. And to do that, you need 75% of votes by value in favour of the CVA. The largest creditor being the council, who have got a substantial unsecured debt, have indicated they will be supporting. On the basis that the CVA is approved, that will mean that Port Vale will not get a second deduction of points like other football clubs, and therefore realistically one of the predictions we did make is that Port Vale will still be in Division 2 next season playing football. In the meantime, the purchaser has to put together a package to send to the Football League covering 16 different points to pass the fit and proper person test so that the football share can be transferred from the existing Port Vale to the new Port Vale. We believe that if he can get all the information to the Football League during April, they will then consider it during May, but realistically the earliest it's going to come before the Football League monthly meeting will be June. And we have penciled in at the moment a completion of this transaction for the on or as near to the 30th of June as possible. Now, we're not going to discuss today the quantum of any offer. We're not going to take any questions on the quantum of any offer, because we feel it's only right that the creditors, those that have lost money, get this information before it's plastered in the media. So I hope you will bear with us on that. But it is very good news. We did promise at the fans forum that we will try and let them know everything we could before the Easter holidays. There's a couple of matches coming up, and we think we fulfilled that promise. So unless you have anything further, Bob, I think we'll throw it open to questions.
I think just a couple of further points. Suffice to say, we've told Mickey Adams, the manager, this morning, and the players and all of the staff what we're doing and why, and I think, Mickey, everyone seems fairly happy with that.
Absolutely.
And the other point that Keith has asked me to make is that nobody who has been a former director of this football club is in any way involved with his bid. So, over to you for questions.
What's Mr. Ryder's background on business?
Financial services, property development. I think when I say property development, he's asked me to make absolutely clear that he has no intention of building houses or anything other than a sports stadium here, and he will sign an anti-embarrassment clause with the council to commit to keeping this as a football site.
Or was his bid better than the others?
Well,
this was the most. There were two bids. At the end, we've got 5 bids. There were 2 that were not a million miles apart, which we put, and that's why it took us longer than an hour to decide where we were going with these. Bob and I and the other administrator discussed them at length. We felt that this was a slightly better bid. There was a bit more certainty in it. The other bid had other business interests which may have taken something away from their bid, and on balance we felt this was the best bid, and that's why we recommended it to the council.
Was it the highest bid?
In money terms, it depends how you look at it. We think it's the highest bid. Yes.
Did they pay the most amount for the actual club?
Yes.
Was it the top bid?
Yes. But I'm not saying the second bid was that dissimilar.
there were 2 that were very close together, but
And it depended how you read them, whether that was slightly behind, the same, or slightly ahead.
Yeah.
But in significance, different.
Just to elaborate on the other bid, there was was other business interests that you felt more of? Sorry.
I'm not going into the details of the other bidders. I don't think it would be right. They have to remain anonymous for what I consider, despite others saying to the contrary, were very good reasons to stay anonymous till they knew if they were the successful bidders. We just felt that this was a more definitive bid. The deposit we were getting was slightly higher on day one, but not at the end. We'd have got the same money at the end. There were just certain aspects of this bid that we felt were better, A for Port Vale and B for the debenture holder.
Will they commit more money going forward?
The amount of money committed going forward was not part of the bidding process. They'll have to show that to the Football League when they put their cash flows in to show what money is needed and what they're putting in. Both parties indicated to us in general terms that they did have money available going forward, and that's all we were interested in when looking at the bids. Our job is to get the best deal for creditors, and whilst we have to take everything else into consideration, Port Vale in 5 years' time is not part of what we're considering.